Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's been a couple of months since I last recorded, and truthfully, I just wanted to end 2025 on a good note, which is planning and just getting ready for the next year. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just set up my desk here, get a little bit cozy, but I did like a pre-organization before I started this video and printed out some planning templates. So it's still not fully organized, and I probably will try to work within the next couple of weeks to get it organized. But here we are. We're using the Moterm planner. I still have my Casa Vici tasks flags, and so I'm going to use those if I decide to choose the daily inserts, but I'm still thinking about that because weekly planning has just been better for me at work. But keeping a lot of the same tools that I have already used in the past. I made a table of contents of the 5 dividers that I'll be using. The 6th one will just be for like notes and inbox. But here's December. I printed out a planner room monthly template and also a weekly template that I'm going to be using. And I printed these out so quickly that I didn't realize I left the print marks on them. So yeah, make sure you don't do that. And I'm gonna just pull them out of my planner here so that I can just write with my pens. I'm still using the Pentel Cleana Energet. Wow, it's been a while, y'all. It has been a while, but I am going to link everything in the description if you want to just see what I've been using. And I started to use the Erin Condren planner for the past couple of months because I was doing like a homeschool slash work home life planner, and it didn't turn out great. I don't know why I went back to the EC planner. I have not enjoyed using them in a while, and Filofax and just doing the A5 planning has just been amazing for me. So this is what I'm getting back into. It's not perfect. I still am using the Moterm planner, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to purchase a new Filofax cover because I haven't done that in about, what, 2 years now. I did purchase the steel classic planners, as you guys have seen in my previous video, but I did not love it. The planner cover itself was just very poor quality, and I kind of forced myself to use it because I did spend money on it, and I don't like to just throw away money like that, but it's okay. Lesson learned. And one of the big things about, trying to find your planner style is just trying out different things. Um, Thankfully, I got that on sale or when they were having a sale, so I didn't spend as much as I did, but still a lesson learned. So, I am working on the monthly planning template that I got from Planner Room. And like I said, I'll link everything that I purchased um, in the description. And I'll be honest with you, I wanted to purchase a Sterling Ink A5 planner because everything's just there and cohesive. But then I decided, you know what? No, I can just get a planning template from Etsy, print it out, and just use it in like a Filofax planner, which has been probably a better way to plan things because you don't feel very forced to be planning on a weekly basis. My life is very busy, and so I just know that there are going to be some days and weeks that I'm just not going to plan anything. So let me update you guys. For this planner, there are some dividers that I'm going to be using for work. So the first divider will be my schedule, my work planner, and I'm only including work items in here like meetings or monthly, get-togethers or check-ins, but I will also be including appointments that I have. So even though they are personal appointments for like my own health, I also include my son's therapies that he has so that I know if I need to follow up with like the therapist or if I need to cancel an appointment because a meeting came up. So that usually doesn't happen. I actually modify my schedule, and I make sure that I look for the week before to see if there's any appointments so that I can modify my work schedule. So it's mostly how I use it. But I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this monthly insert. And so you're just seeing me here point out some of the monthly meetings that I have, and then some days that I will be taking off from work because of appointments that I have in Houston or for Christmas and New Year's break. So I did also just find out that we are high prioritizing this one project because we are actively transitioning from a system. And so my December is going to be pretty chill in the way that I'm not going to prioritize anything else unless if it's something that we absolutely need to finish. But it will still be pretty busy because lots of documentation, lots of meetings to make sure that we have everything that we need. But for this second page of the monthly, I'm going to use the little to-do section as my Jira task. I really like when I am able to close out Jira tasks. And if you've never used that software before, it's a pretty common software for like task management for teams, even project management, like if you have different projects. And so we have a business intelligence team Jira board where we just actively track everything that we're working on. And we primarily do this because we want to make sure that we're on track if we have certain projects that we need to finish. But also, my manager definitely does not micromanage. He is awesome. And he just uses the board to be able to see what we're working on. I use it for myself very much because I like to just add lots of notes. You can see the history of when you changed certain items, and I can just quickly share the link with my stakeholders so that they're able to see what I've been working on and when things will be completed or if we're pending things on their side. So I'm going to add here all of my Jira tasks that are on QA, which is like, quality assurance. They're reviewing those type of projects right now. Projects that are waiting, projects that are in progress, and projects that are to do. So as I mentioned, I do have that high priority project for this month, but I still want to be able to close out 2 Jira tickets or 2 Jira tasks in this month. And then for the weekly planning, like I said, I'm not sure if I want to do a daily planning because I still have the Steel Classic Planners daily inserts, and I do love the layout. That is something that I did appreciate, but forcing myself to do the daily planning was just too much. I have a lot of things at work, I have a lot of things going on at home, and so I think the weekly planning will be better for me. And this particular insert basically has all that I need. I have my daily schedule that I can add for, Monday through Friday. And I have the option to add things on Saturday and Sunday, which I never work on the weekends, but sometimes there are certain things that we just have to take care of, like for emergency items, which is rare. But I'm going to add here all of the meetings that I have scheduled for Monday through Friday. And I'm also going to include any appointments that I have. So, like, I just recently found out that I have diabetes. From my pregnancy, I did get gestational diabetes and then that turned into diabetes. So now I'm just having to like really follow up with my health, make sure that I'm just actively tracking, all of my different blood sugar and the glucose monitors. And so I just need to make sure that I prioritize my health. And that is going to be on this weekly schedule. So if I have any appointments, like if I need to go get labs done or I have to go meet with my primary care, that will be on here. The second thing that I will be adding to my work schedule, because remember, this is just my work like planner divider, I guess. But this divider is just for work. So I'm also going to add any appointments that my kids have. So, like next week, I know my daughter has a dentist appointment, and then my son, he has a lot of physical therapy, OT, his case manager. We also do injections on a weekly basis, and we sometimes have to go to Houston for his clinical trial. So, very busy, and I have to accommodate my work schedule for those appointments because those are priority for sure. And I'm just super grateful that my manager is just so understanding. Work has been amazing. They have truly been flexible with me, and so that has been truly a blessing in my life. So those are getting added onto the weekly schedule. And then for the trackers, like the habit tracking, I'm still unsure what kind of habit tracking I would like to do on a weekly basis for work. I know for sure reviewing my Jira board and just making sure that, I have updated comments, I've updated the descriptions, that I provide notifications if things have changed. That is a daily thing that I like to do. I'm not going to add emails because I feel like I used to dedicate email work time, where I just follow up on things if I forgot to email somebody. But honestly, I don't really get that many emails in where people are asking for requests anymore. A lot of the stuff are really just project based. So I'm going to add here a personal goal, which is like walking the 1 to 2 miles on a weekly base or on a daily basis, which is something that I like to do during my lunch period. And then the second thing that I would like to do for my habit tracking is being able to just review the Power BI monitoring dashboards and Watcher dashboard. So there's a certain dashboard that we did design to review like very key processes that we do on our team. And it just kind of alerts us if there's anything that we should look into. And so that is a daily thing that I have to review. But other than that, I'm going to add my lunches here because I'm not going to add them on my weekly grocery plan because this is my personal like lunch period. So obviously no kids here, no husband here. So it is just whatever I'm going to eat for that day. And I do have a lunch planned with a friend this week, so I'm hoping that that stays on track. Other than that, there is not anything different in the organization of my planner. I'm going to just add a couple of stickers because that always makes my heart happy when I'm able to see like all the stickers that I have. And I'll be honest with you, I do need to get more stickers because I have made it a priority to not buy any stickers. And it's been about like 3 to 4 years now. I have not bought any new ones, and so I'm just trying to finish out the ones that I do have. And so I'm excited to do that next year. But there isn't anything else that I think I'm going to add here. I'm still trying to decide what I want to add on the monthly because there's a lot of space, and I feel like I can definitely add some like other important items. Maybe what I'll do for some of these pieces are like brainstorming, like if I something happened during the workday, I have to follow up like on an email, maybe I'll just add that. Or if like I need to send a Teams chat to somebody to ask any questions, I'll probably add it as like a to-do item for my weekly planner. So yeah, I'm excited, y'all. 2026 should be our year to just plan and get organized. And this year, I've been kind of dabbing with a lot of different planning methods. I have a personal, it's kind of like a Hobonichi planner. that I keep in my purse. It's not Hobonichi. This is one that I got off of Amazon for like $15. And it's just really good to just see like what I have, and where I can just write any scratch notes, because a lot of these appointments sometimes do change, or we are trying to plan like different vacations and we want to go ahead and visit family. And that's a good way for us to also see what's coming up. The other thing that I like to use while I plan is my phone. I have a shared calendar with my husband and my sisters where we can just add different things going on in our lives. Number one, I always add doctor's appointments because it's the best way to keep track of, like, oh, when did I see this other person last week? Or when did I see this other doctor 2 months ago? And then also, if we're trying to visit each other, they are also aware of like when things are happening. Like, oh, I'll actually be in Houston, in 2 weeks. So obviously that would not be a good time to come visit us. But this is the daily insert from the Steel Classics planner. Like I said, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to see if I can try to plan for this month, but I'm also not gonna force myself to do that if I don't want to. So I'm still thinking if I want to keep that in there. And then the second divider I'm going to keep as like my home, any task management that I have. So that'll be like my grocery meal planning, and then any home tasks that I will try to like keep up with, whether that be cleaning or whatever. And then the third divider is going to be my work projects, meetings, and any tasks that I need to get finished. I think I probably will also print out a custom like Jira task planning insert, which I have not seen that, but I'll probably just design it myself and just print it out and keep it here. That is like one of the best things that I love about owning like a A5 Filofax type planner, because you can just like create your own insert and then just add it in there, print it out, customize it, really just make it your own. So this insert I specifically got because I am trying to meet certain challenges on my Garmin watch. So last month I was trying to do a 30-mile walk in November and I didn't meet it. So part of my health got, I guess, intervened there because I had to take a break for health reasons. So I didn't finish the mile walks, but this month I signed up for the 300K steps in December. There's other Garmin challenges that you can sign up for. They have like a yoga challenge, which is like do 4 hours of yoga in the month. They also have like if you do running or swimming. And so I think that's the really cool things about owning a Garmin watch, because not only can you sign up for challenges, you can actually sign up for like other local challenges, like within different groups that you join. So I think that's cool. So for this insert, I'm going to track all of the steps that I do on a daily basis, and I'm hoping that I will be able to reach my goal of the 300,000 total steps. Um, yeah, so that's a very, I think I almost met it like a couple of months ago, before I had gotten diagnosed. And now that I'm really just working on my fitness and making sure that I at least walk a mile a day, that it'll be, different this time around. But I do also have a workout planner that I keep in here. This one, I believe I also got it from Steel Classics Planner. And not anything that I'm not using. I'm just not doing like a lot of heavy weight lifting, but I will be doing that next week. So stay tuned. But for my, what are we? We are in the fifth divider, but we're going to do a monthly goals. Um, Honestly, I'm just doing like a personal growth divider here. So it's going to include any goals that I have, and my goals will be including work, health, And then also, what was the other one? Ooh, mine went blank. But basically, I'm going to include different goals that I have in each area that is important to me. So the first ones will definitely be work related goals. So I would like to close out 2 JIRA tickets, which seems like it's not a lot. You're like, well, it's just 2 JIRA tickets or 2 JIRA tasks. But no, like they're like projects that I'm trying to finish out. So trying to end the year off in a good note. But also, I wanted to keep some goals for my own personal health. So, being able to log my hydration, being able to track my glucose, and just making sure that I'm staying on a good trend. And just those pieces are probably the most important in my life right now, only because it has kind of taken over everything, and I'm really just prioritizing health, like I said. So definitely the monthly goals, planning inserts, I'm going to use them kind of like, conservatively. I'm not going to be, you know, actively checking these things, but I'll probably do like a weekly check in. And so this particular insert does have like your monthly goals. What are the goals that you're trying to meet? And then it has like a weekly to do, like what are some things that you have to do during the week to be able to meet those monthly goals. And then it also has a daily check-in. So if you are someone who likes to actively track, hey, am I going to meet this goal this month, yes or no, then these planning inserts will be good for you. But if you're not someone who likes to do that, then I would just say, get a goals insert that just has like, these are my top 3 and that's it. So I'm trying to keep it light. I know this seems like, oh, this is a lot of goals that you have, but no, this is just goals for work, goals for my personal health, and then goals that I want to do for my Garmin goals. That's what I did. I was like, what was my last goal? But it's my Garmin goals. So logging the hydration the tracker, that's on my watch. That is not something that I'm going to track on my planner. There's no need to be tracking how much water I'm drinking um, on my planner. I want it to just total up in my watch. And then I want to meet that one Garmin challenge. So like I said, there's different Garmin challenges. I signed up for like 3 of them that are like just all health and fitness related. So hopefully I'm able to meet just one and I will be content. It's always hard to meet some of these fitness goals when it's during holidays, because I can tell you that last month I was definitely on track to meeting my 30-mile walking goal, but Thanksgiving came around and then my glucose was being super weird. I was getting low readings and I was getting super high. And so it was recommended that I just stop walking and take a break. So definitely try to be conscious of what is possible, but don't overwork yourself, is what I always say. And then the last divider is um, the inbox, which is going to just be like an inbox and notes. But yeah, so this is what we have. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video.